US. My Insitor, a hard group 4 for Syngenta. It's around 3 or 4 years old, but it's actually, the market share had dropped off a little bit, but it's had a bit of a resurgence again this last year, and it looks like it might be back up to around 8% of the market for the north. And I think really the driver for that is it's a high yield and it's a joint.
Yeah, joint highest yielder for the north. It does stand out when you look at it.
And a very versatile variety. And light, heavy ground, early, late sowing. It really fits into most of those programs without any issues. It's above average septoria as well, so I think that's possibly one of the things that's piqued the interest with the Scottish growers.
I mean, I think with this one thing I would say, its speed of development and its growth habit, it's not necessarily one that you'd want to put in too early. I think as well, clearly leggy, also not its top feature, but when we look across the treated plot, it, like many varieties, it responds well to PGR. But yeah, I mean, we've said this about barrel and swallow. I do think this is probably another which is quite a good northern specialist on looks of things. Rosie and David would like to talk a bit more about how they're growing it.
SY Insitor, quite still a popular variety in a number of places, but you've got to know what you're doing with this variety and work well with it. On the PGR side of it, again, untreated, treated. These have had robust PGR programs, but you just can't ignore PGR. The other thing as well, again, going back to the previous one with Gleam there, Rosie, Yellow Rust, and this was it was one of the first ones, was it?
Yeah, it was. Insitor was definitely one of the first ones in both the earlier and the later draw plots.
Yeah. And it was more on the adult stage, wasn't it? It came in just that little bit later on it.
Yeah, it was. And like Gleam as well, once the plot got it, then it did start to spread throughout the variety.
But hey ho, we'll get excited about Yellow Rust, and it's rightly so. You've got to have your finger on the pulse with it. But fungicides work on Yellow Rust. We know that. So don't be afraid of it in that way. But you've just got to be on your money with the PGR and the fungicides.